Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oz Country Down Under and Monday Night Live. And tonight, my special guest is none other than the wonderful Katie Jayne. Hello, Katie. How are you?
Hello. How are we doing?
I'm doing well. All right.
So, your thing. So.
Oh, you're sharing the page. All right. That's very good.
I'm just, I'm trying to make it share.
Oh, okay. So yes, anybody that's joining us at the moment, nobody's joining us, but anybody that is joining us, please remember to share this with everybody you know. All right. So let's start from the humble beginnings. Obviously, obviously you're Australian, but you actually started your career in the UK. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still trying to share. Okay, I finally got it.
We got 3 viewers. Who we got there? All right, Michael Raymond Bryden says, "Hey, Dave and Katie." There you go.
Hey guys. How are you doing? Yeah. So I started my music career in England. I moved there in 2013, and just sort of fell into it with my band member at the time, and it kind of just like was a happy accident. I mean, I've always loved songwriting and I've loved singing and performing, but I never really got to do much of it. And we started writing together, and we wrote this one song that kind of worked into a duet, and we thought, well, let's see how it goes. And it works. Like, it works together, and we got really lucky in England. We got to play some amazing festivals and release a lot of music, which was really cool.
Well, you played the C2C festival.
Yeah, the Country to Country festival. That's like England's version of CMC, which is really, really cool. And we played our very first festival was the Isle of Wight festival, which was headlined by Fleetwood Mac and Pharrell Williams, and that was our first thing. And we had to write a 45-minute set, and we had 2 weeks to do it. And I remember we did a 20-hour lockdown, and we wrote majority of those songs, which incidentally, one of those songs actually was Sunlit Avenue, my first release as a solo artist in Australia.
There you go.
It's all full circle.
And you also played at O2 Arena. I mean, that's awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah, it's such a great experience. I was very, very lucky.
Very good. So that time of your life, it was called. I forgot again. I was just talking to you before offline. That's right. There you go. Because you've got nothing on your web page, so I can't look it up.
No, you were telling me off for this earlier. I'm really bad at website hosting. I mean, I build it myself, and it's sort of just a landing page at the moment. It's got a button to go to my socials and a button to contact me, and not much else. Like,
and a lot of photos. There's a lot of photos, and
to my Instagram feed. So
and of course you can buy the single from there or view the video clips from there. That's what you can do from that website, but that's about it. And
you want to know anything about me? There's nothing more.
So okay. So after Southern Junction, hold on, let's get. Oh, good day, Jayne's jumped on board. There you go.
His name is JT Sweeney. We decided last night.
JT Sweeney. All right, there you go, Katie, mate. All right, very good. Okay, now people are already asking questions. This is cool. All right. Now, of course, Robert Holmes is online, and he said, good evening, Dave and Kate. Great show last night at the Wickham.
Thank you so much for coming, Robert. You're such a great supporter.
Yes, as I said, I'm sorry I missed it. But, I'm 45 minutes away from, 45 kilometres away from it. So it takes a bit of time to get there. And
I drove up from Sydney, so I don't know if that excuse is going to fly.
Well, there you go. All right. So I'm in trouble now. All right. Not enough fuel in the car. How's that one?
All right. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. Here's the first question. We'll do this. If you had a dream gig, where would it be, and why? Where would it be held and why?
A dream gig would definitely just be country rock's main stage. I think that's every Australian artist's dream gig. I'm pretty jealous of everyone who gets to play Denny. Denny, you must have next weekend. That's looking at you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
I think you could bring me as your tambourinist. I'm not very good, but at least I could come. But yeah, I mean, a dream gig. I'd love to play Nashville sometime. But yeah, country. Yeah, CNC Rocks would be awesome.
How do you feel about the Bluebird Cafe? I mean,
when
everybody talks about the dream of playing at the Bluebird Cafe. Would you like to do that?
It's definitely an achievement dream because they do like on Mondays. It's first in best dress. If you get there on a Monday and you got a guitar, they'll let you play, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Nashville last up, I just didn't have enough confidence to do that, and plus I don't play very well. So I mean, I had a lot of opportunities, but I spent 2 months there, and I had the most amazing time just soaking up the entire atmosphere. Like it's such a cool town. But yeah, next time I will be going to play the Bluebird.
There you go. Well, Andrew Swift just played the Bluebird just recently. He's been over there. So that was really good for him. Now let's go back to what we were talking about. Now, obviously, you've come back to Australia and you've set up stakes in Newcastle. In 2017, you did the Tamworth Country Music Academy. Yeah, Academy of Country Music. I get it wrong all the time. The College of Knowledge, I call it.
That's true. That's a good one for it. That should be their catchphrase.
Yes, that's right. So what type of experience was that for you? Because everybody has their own experience of that. So what type of experience was that for you?
I think it was really the right move for me, coming from playing music and playing country music in England and having to come home. Like, I mean, it wasn't a choice. I had to come home because I couldn't have any more visas. And I didn't want to leave my dreams. I was finally getting to hear what I'd always, dreamed of doing. But the world, like, it goes in some mysterious ways, and coming home is actually, it's put me in a really cool position where I can make music on my own terms, and it's really awesome. So the Academy of Country Music was the first thing I did when I got home, and the Australian industry is so much different than the UK industry. Like, I was very DIY, just sort of Googling things to figure it out, and it was working. But in Australia, I mean, there's definitely ways to do things, and also looking at this as a business rather than I love music, so I'm just going to play. Like, how do I get to my music into people's ears? And it helps navigate that. It actually helps with, we were learning how to conduct a band on stage, how to write charts for our music, all the technical things that when we get big bookings that are serious business, we have the skills to utilize that opportunity. So
that's cool. It was great. Excellent. And who was your mentor during that time?
I had Kevin Bennett, actually. We do, yeah.
Kevin Bennett from The Flood. There you go. All right. So yeah, that's now. Then from there, you obviously started with your first single, "Sunlit Avenue," and that was a nice little poppy love song. It's very, very nice, very nice.
I don't know if it's a love song though. I mean, at the end of it, it's kind of like it's the kind of song where you're young and life is full of promise, but you and your partner, you think you're going to get married, and then you don't.
It doesn't happen. That's right. But that's first love, isn't it?
Yeah.
It never happens. All right. So, and of course, Jayne did the video clip for that.
Yeah, yes. It was actually his very first clip. So
it was. Yes.
Yeah, it was really cool to work together in that capacity.
All right. Now, why we've got Jay watching, and why we've got him there on the line, we're gonna start talking about Jay right now. So I'm just offline now. Before we started, we found out that you've had a lot more to do with Jayne than I actually thought. You've actually co-wrote 3 of the songs on his EP.
I did. Yes. Actually, the first day we met. We were Facebook friends, as everyone is, and he put up a post saying who wants to write, and I was heading to Sydney to fly to England. I'd just been home for a short amount of time, and I said, all right, like, let's do it. And we got, like, I had a accommodation before my flight. It was like a 5 a.m. flight or something, so we spent the night writing songs. We wrote 3 songs in, like, I don't know, it was a couple of hours. It was really quick and really fun, and we just clicked. And those 3 songs ended up being on his EP. So.
Yes. And as I mentioned to him, the first song I ever heard of the Jayne band was, of course, Tread Gently, which was the duet with Haley Jensen. And I used to hear that all the time, every week. And so that stuck in my head. And then the second clip was Think Again. And that blew me away. Like, I like this Jayne band. This is fantastic. Both of those songs were co-written by you.
So Tread Gently, it was actually the first time that I'd written a song that, like, we wrote it as a duet, and it was always intended that we would find an artist to sing it with him. And yeah, it was the first time I'd had someone kind of covering my vocals and my lyrics, and it was really cool. Like, Haley's beautiful, and she's got such a gorgeous voice. She just brought that song to life. Like, you don't want to hear the demo. You do not want to hear the demo.
Yes, I do. Email it to me.
No, after she was done with that song, I was like, I bow down to you, ma'am. That was such an amazing experience.
Yes, that's it. And then of course, Think Again. And then you did. Look, we got Brooke Chevelle online. Natalie Pearson's online.
So, my people. Hopefully, on the 12th, if you guys are on the Goldie, because I'll be in town.
Yes. Well, I actually suggested Brooke Chevelle as your guitarist. Did you choose him?
Yeah, he's going to Melbourne. So, but if he's in town on the Friday, because it's for the Saturday. So if he's in town on the Friday, we'll hang out. But if not,
all right. So he's going back home. I see. There you go. All right. So we've got Michael Lundy. Look, he says, Katie, you're a true gift to music, mate. There you go.
So sweet. Thank you.
And I'll just mention that I'm going to take a short break after we've done your interview for a couple of weeks, because I'm heading back to China to see my wife and my child, and because that's the hardest thing now, being away from them. So I'm going to go back to, and then when I come back, our first week back with these Monday Night Live interviews will be with Chevelle. How's that?
Oh, yay! Is Nat going to join in?
So I'm wondering about that. Nat, while we're online, do you want to join in with Brooke on the 15th of October for our Monday Night Live? Let us know. All right. Yeah, that's it. It'll be a party then, because then I can talk about everything that they all do together. It's fantastic. you got it going on there now. All right, so. All right. Now, also, you did a very funny thing for a radio show called Planet Rock. Planet Country. And you sat there in a studio with Jayne and had to come up with a song before their show was over.
Talk about pressure. It's live streamed for one, and then it's on the radio as well. I got a bit confused at some, like, when we were on radio and when we're on live stream. So when we actually finally performed the song that we managed to write, I stuffed it up and I was like, can you start again? And then I realized we're actually on radio. I was like, oh, okay.
I was watching.
Yeah. That was really fun though. And that's why I brought Jayne with me, because I knew, like, we just work quickly together, and it's always fun. It's always a laugh. So yeah, that was really cool.
So Jay said to me last week that he's the music man. He's the guitar hero, of course, and and you're the lyricist. You're the one that comes up with the great words to put to his licks.
And that's why I love it. Like, I love working with Jay, because we can just sit there and he'll just start vibing on a riff, and it just all comes out. It comes flowing out so naturally, and we're both kind of, he knows where I'm going to go melodically, and he's preempting it. And it's really easy to write with him. He's a great player, a great artist. And yeah, I mean, he was in Newcastle a little while ago, and he messaged me and he's like, hey, I got couple of hours to spare and I've got to go play a gig. And I was like, yeah, come over, we'll have a cup of tea. And I joked, I said, oh, we should write a song. And we laughed. And then we looked at each other and we're like, let's write a song. And so we did.
Do it. Yeah.
So pumped out, and then he went off to his gig. So
there you go. Cool. That's cool. So yeah, you do a lot with Jay, but the new song, although you did the video clip with Jay, all right, the new song wasn't written with you and Jay. You wrote it with somebody else.
I wrote that song with Miss Alicia Burno, who she's another artist, and I met her at the Academy of Country Music. And we wrote that together, but it was supposed to be for her. She was in a duo with another girl. And so we kind of put all these harmonies into it, and it was supposed to be their project, and I stole it off her.
Does she know?
I asked her. So I was recording a different song, and it just wasn't working. It just something was off, and I knew I wanted something a bit more fun and a little bit more lighthearted, and a little bit more me. I think something that I identify with more as an artist. And so I rang her, and I'm like, "Hey, you know that song?
You know that song?
Can I record and release it?" And it took her a whole week to say yes.
There you go.
She's incredibly supportive, and she's excited. I mean, we share. I keep sending her messages about when our streams keep jumping up. I'm like, oh, we're at this many now. So yeah, it's great.
Talking about streams, you told me off air there, 62,000 plays on Spotify.
Exciting. So I got added to a Spotify curated playlist. I'm just going to check it now because it's my favorite thing to do every day. And isn't that lame? Like,
it's not, because I do the same thing.
Oh my God, we're at 71,000. It was at 62 earlier. Look.
There you go. 71,000 people. Look at that.
So exciting. So to put that into perspective, with the support of the curated playlist from Spotify, it's gone crazy. If you look at Sunlit Avenue, since January, this is the total amount of streams it's had, like 1,200.
Oh, look at that.
So it's just really exciting, and I'm so lucky that this song, it got added, and it's on a few other playlists now, which is really cool.
Yep. We're just going to say Alicia's there. Say hello to Alicia.
That's the girl that stole the song off.
That's right. There you go. She's like, woohoo, 71,000. She's excited. And now,
we actually had Alicia in the video clip, so that was really cool.
There you go. And I want to say that the difference between Sunlit Avenue and No Shadow is immense. I mean, you've really gone from, it's like, yeah, as you said before, with that, it's like teenage love, the first love, and now you've gone to This Is Womanhood.
So what happened with that is that Sunlit Avenue, it was meant to be kind of a soft release, and because I was a little bit unsure about entering the market in Australia when I'd come back from England. And so I used a song I'd written with my old band Southern Junction that had been unreleased, and it's like everything just snowballed, and all of a sudden I've got this big release, and it's my debut single, and like, I love the song and everything, but when I look at what I've been able to do with the second track, it feels like I have my voice as a solo artist. Like, obviously as the band, I still loved what I did, and it was my project, but this is purely me. Like, this is it's really cool. So
you've certainly found your way in a big way, because what did it debut at when it was released? It debuted at on the iTunes chart. What? Huh?
Sunlit Avenue or No Shadow?
Oh, No Shadow. We're talking about No Shadow.
Okay. It released at number 7 on the charts. So which was cool.
That was pretty cool. That's good. I mean,
thank you everyone who pre-ordered. It's all because of you.
That's it. We've got to thank our fans. And Shane Cox says it's a pretty cool song too. There you go.
I only just found the comment section, so I'm going through it now. Sorry. Yeah. There's like one from Nat and Brooke that I missed.
I did see.
It's great.
Oh, yes. There you go. Brooks Chevelle, we are playing at the Power Ranch, Victoria on the 13th.
Yeah, which is why I couldn't nab him to play guitar for me. But if they're in town on Friday, let's have fun.
There you go. So yes, and he's coming back for me on the 15th. There you go. So
yeah.
oh, Brooke, if you're still around, it's daylight savings in Australia, so in New South Wales and Victoria. So your time will be 7 p.m. My time will be 8 p.m.
I just saw Alicia's comment saying, "Hey guys, caught you talking about me."
Caught you talking about me. Yes. There you go.
You can't talk about No Shadow and not talk about you, Alicia.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how fun was it to make the video clip? We obviously we end up going back to Jay. You know?
You know, it was amazing. I had so much control, and that's why I love working with Jay. Is that I get a lot of control with the storyline, the props, the venues. I get to sort of. I'll send him like. I'm pretty bossy. I'm like, hey Jay, let's do this, and he goes, okay. Like, there's nothing that's a problem with him. Anything I want, that's okay. So to do No Shadow, like it was great to see what I had imagined come to life and have that kind of comedy aspect of, you know, the one character dressing up in different sort of characters to try his luck. You know, and it was comedic, but it was also, you know, it's still sassy and it's still fun, and yeah.
Yep. No, it's a very good video clip, and it is playing on the Oz Country Down Under YouTube playlist. All right, no problem. We try and add all the new clips every week. So last week, what do we have? Oh, Casey Barnes, Cora Norton, Johnny Taylor, heaps of stuff got released last week. So we've got a whole heap of people to talk to yet.
So I covered it really, really well. I caught her. She did a premiere. A new feature on Facebook, which I use for No Shadow.
You used for No Shadow. That's right. I remember that because suddenly because when I thought about this, when I saw this feature, I was looking at it going, okay, I'm going to attend that. So I attended it, and when it came up, the first thing that came up was just the video. The video clip just started. Bang! I was like, is Katie Jayne going to talk? Is she going to introduce the video? Or no? It just went bang. Here's the video,
and then. Exciting feature, and so Cora messaged me about it, asking if I would recommend using it, and I would, except for the fact that after 12 hours of the video being online, Facebook just took it off for no reason. I was almost at 3,000 views and all the shares, and there was so much support, and it was so exciting. And then, you know, it's like 2:00 in the morning, and I was celebrating. And then I get a message on Facebook saying we've taken down your video, and I can't work out whether it was audio copyright, because sometimes when you go through a label, it doesn't marry up, and they'll take your audio off. But I think it was just using that, and I think I was just really unlucky. So
yeah, we had the same issue with because we used to play the Monday Night Live Friday night videos through MCA, and then for a while there they were okay, and then they started canceling the audio out of different things, and then we had disputes from different organizations because it became a nightmare, and so but I don't understand why they've done it to you, because you're the artist, and what their new copyright policy is only the artist is allowed to put it on their Facebook page.
So I think it was because I used a new feature. When you're doing new stuff with Facebook, it's really untested. I reported it and everything, but there's nothing I can do. It's just a shame, but it was still very excited. I had so much support that night. So many people joined in and shared it, and it was great. I mean, it's a shame to lose all that traction, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Then I got added to a playlist. So I was like, woohoo.
That's it. And now you've got 71,000 plays. There you go. So how can people get your – oh, there you go. There's Riley Miley. That's a nice name, Riley Miley. All right. So
Miley, actually. I named her Miley.
Oh, there you go. So how can people get your new single?
So it depends how you decide that you'd like to take your music. You can have me anywhere you like. You can watch the video on YouTube. You can check it out on Spotify for free. You can purchase it on iTunes and Google Play. And what other avenues are there for music? I don't know. Come to a gig if you want.
So it's just digital download.
Yes. Yeah, so with I have a bit of a plan with having some physical content. I was thinking with the way that the industry is these days, it's having an actual EP online is not really in my plans. I think releasing singles is a lot more cost effective for me as an independent artist. But I will be pressing physical CDs for people that want to come and get them off me. So rather than go up on streaming platforms as EPs, they'll just go up as singles.
Because we do suggest. I've always suggested that anybody that wants to get your music, they should come directly to you for that, because obviously then you make all the money then. Whereas if you're using digital download platforms and stuff like that, they take a big chunk, and you don't get a lot for.
It's very hard to navigate in this age. I mean, as if you look at it as a business term, it's really hard to kind of figure out, your expenditure plus your income, how to balance that. But I'm just so happy that I get to put my music out there. So any way that you want to do that, if you're on Spotify, you can support me by adding me. You can follow my page and you can add me to your own private playlists, and that helps me get noticed by playlists from Spotify themselves. And if you want to do the digital thing, that's really cool too. And if you want to support me as an artist, like join my mailing list, and we'll do that way, and come to gigs and share my posts on socials. Like anything you guys do really helps.
Okay. Now I've looked at your Facebook page, and I don't obviously I don't see a lot of performing going on. It was Hurricane Fall that notified me that you were going to be performing. I actually didn't see it on your Facebook page.
Yes, so it's a hard one to navigate with that as well. It was a last minute kind of thing that they got me on there, and I was wanting to wait until they had announced it with their socials and posters rather than so, and that happened yesterday. It was a great gig though. I mean, I'm so thankful that the guys got me on and gave me a shot, and just I played a 45-minute set, and majority of my material was original songs, and having the audience actually engage with you and participate in songs that they've never heard before, it was such a buzz. So I'm really thankful for the guys for letting me join them.
Yeah, for sure. Now you've done another thing just recently over the last 2 days. You became a what's the show me the card.
This is the card. I am creative director.
All right. So you are the creative director for the new video for Renee Jonas that's coming out.
I am. So on the weekend we filmed Renee's, I think it's her new clip, and so I'm really interested in all aspects of this industry. I've just started university to learn about the industry, and I just love it. Like I love my country community, and I love learning new things and honing new skills that are all to do with what my passion is. And so creating storylines for videos, it just came so naturally. With my first 2 clips, I did all them myself, and Jay's kind of like looking for ideas. I'm like, what about this, and this? And Renee's a good friend of mine, so she was really open to letting me listen to her song and tell her what I kind of visualized for a video. And it was really cool, like to bring that to life as well, and to have everyone be so supportive and excited about the concept, and to go there and work on the shoot and set up, props and hire the talent and just sort of liaise with everyone and let Jay do what he does amazingly. Focus on
with his cameras. Yeah, for sure.
It was fantastic.
Absolutely. So again, I will say this. I think I said it last week. Any artists that are out there that do want to get a video clip up on CMC or on our YouTube playlist or any other places that they go to, if you want a creative director for it and some bright ideas, let's speak to Katie Jayne, and of course speak to Jayne, because Jayne is doing great deals for independent artists, and I can't thank him enough for what he does. Yeah.
And that's I understand exactly what his creative vision is, and in the sense of like how hard it is for artists to afford great video clips, and so I'm lucky to have a great partnership with him, where it's very give and take, and the fact that he's keeping his prices low for artists so that we can all have access to something amazing.
That's right. Cool. That's right. And he loves doing what he does, and when it
comes to cameras, like he nerds out so hard, like trying to figure out new effects and ways to do things, and it's cool. Like he's obviously really passionate about what he's doing.
Yep, he certainly is. And so what's next for Katie Jayne?
Well, so as I was saying before about the physical EP, I've been talking to my producer, and we're going to record the next 3 tracks that are going to be released as singles, and we're possibly thinking about doing a crowdfunding campaign where you can have access to the physical EP before the singles come out. So you'll have the songs a year before the last one comes out. So we're looking at something like that. And I go down to write with my producer in a couple of weeks. So I'm really, really excited to get new songs and start recording them.
And you're going to be doing what everybody does and releasing that through Social Family Records?
I've used Social Family for my last two releases. So yeah, don't fix it if it's not broken, right?
That's right. G'day, Nadia Drayton. How are you?
Support behind you as an independent artist, to have that validation and the support of a label behind you. I mean, that's how I got on the playlist, thanks to Nadia and their pitching. So it's great.
For sure. Any gigs coming up for you?
Yes. Let me think. I am playing support for 8 Second Ride up at Coolangatta on the 13th of October, and it's called Cooley Rocks. So you can find that event on my Facebook page. And I'm also playing a festival November 10th in Downunder, of all places. It's headlined by Brad Cox, and we got Jess Holland, and we got Corey Norton playing as well, actually. A bunch of other guys. So it's going to be really fun.
Anything local around Newcastle while you're?
So I play in a covers duo, and then I sometimes do Katie Jayne shows as well. So I will be putting up some gig guides for those if you want to come along.
Please do, because that's what I've noticed. I was like, you're only that far away. We will get together for a coffee one day, I'm sure.
Come late. See, I was doing a lot of gigs, but I've had to take some time off and work another job, which I had more regular income, so I could actually afford these videos. So I've had to cut back on doing the pub gigs so that I could actually reinvest the money into music for the rest of the year. So I've taken a lot off until January, February. So you were just late.
For sure. Don't worry. You're only in Newcastle. You're not far away. And one weekend we'll get together and have a coffee or something.
I do love coffee. Coffee.
Oh, there you go.
It's my favorite.
Absolutely. We should do that then. All right. Anybody got any questions for Katie before she goes? Because we have kept her for over 30 minutes now. We want to keep these things under 30 minutes, but it's okay. As long as she's happy.
I was supposed to warn you. I was supposed to come with a warning that caution, chatterbox. I just go off on one. I just want to say thank you to everyone who did tune in and view, because it's really cool. So, and thank you for having me as well.
We love doing it. I mean, you're passionate about what you do. I'm passionate about what I do. So, and I'm here to support you guys. And so that's why we do it, so. Yeah, we
appreciate it. Because I understand, you've still got to eat and you've still got to afford, to live and stuff like that. Like I feel that on a very real level. But when it's your passion, I think, you just do what you can do with what you got, I guess.
Yep. Well, I'm on the big commute next week. I'm going to Sydney every day for work. So there you go. Oh, it does. But, we got to do what we got to do, exactly as you say. And there's Dave. Dave.
So
Hola.
Pub Duo gigs with. And actually, Hub came and played with me at Tamworth last year.
Oh, there you go.
He's played bass with Kirsty Lee Akers as well, and trying to think, he's been in a few video clips. He was in Haley Jensen's video clip for Summertime Soundtrack, playing bass in the background.
And so were you. You were in that one.
Oh, yeah.
You were on the 4-wheel drive.
We both turned up to the shoot, and we're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Dave says he there's been no shadow.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm talking too much.
That's all right. I was going to say it's an awesome track and it's doing so well. The video clip, of course, is on the Oz Country Down Under playlist on YouTube. So that has all the newest video clips on there in one place. So if you don't want to go to CMC, just go and search Oz Country Down Under on YouTube and you can see all the latest Aussie and Kiwi country video clips right there in one place. Over 300 now. So we're adding more each week. So there you go. You've done really, really well with the song. Obviously 71,000. You can check it again. Check it again before we go. Go on.
So when it first came on, it started doing a live countdown.
It was a real time thing, yeah.
Yeah, but now it just says all time, so it's still at 71,864.
There you go, 71,000 and going strong. All right, so very, very good. It's been great to talk to you tonight, and we hope to catch up with you very soon, either having a coffee or at a gig or both. All right.
A gig, we'll have beer. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been such a pleasure chatting with you. And,
no worries.
Definitely catch up soon.
Absolutely. All right. And for everybody else, I am taking a sabbatical for a week or so. We won't be back until the 15th of October because I'm flying out to China for a week or so. So when I come back, we will be talking to none other than Brooke Chevelle on the 15th of October. So be ready for that one. It's been wonderful talking to Katie tonight, and we thank her for her time and her talking. She loves to talk. It's good. No, it's great. I love it when artists carry on because it makes it a much light-hearted interview. So I'd rather the light-hearted stuff. All right. So it's very good. Very good. All right, love. Well, it's been great to talk to you. And until next time, this is Oz Country Down Under Monday Night Live. Till next time, I'm Dave, Aussie Dave. Keep it country, guys. Bye-bye.